format before yesterday.
Drop Michael Jordan in this position, drop Kobe Bryant, and can you imagine Michael Jordan being on the floor with them guys? He's not gonna
No,
do
but I
it.
don't think he would go.
Michael Jordan being on the floor with them guys. He's not gonna.
No, but I don't think he would go.
Hey fam, thank you for tuning in, right? Yo, listen, today, the grease is cracking and this fool Lou Williams is about to get tough. What came out of Lou's mouth is pure disrespect to the legacy of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Facts. What the hell is wrong with these dudes, man? Now make no mistake about it. Lou Williams is a certified hooper. He carried on the tradition of making the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award cool, just like Jamal Crawford. Lemon Pepper Lou, he was a walking bucket at one point in his career. Period. We gotta call a spade. But that's where we gonna leave it at. Cause right now, you need to take the goddamn microphone out of his hands. See, just because you played in a league doesn't mean you know what the hell you're talking about. And Lou proved that on a recent episode of the Run It Back podcast with Michelle Beto and Chandler Parsons on Fan Duel TV. Shout out to them. They doing some good stuff over there. I'm gonna leave the link to the original video in the description. Lou Williams was drafted in 2005, long after Michael Jordan retired. Well, he retired in 2003. All right, so point is, he never faced Mike. So maybe that's why he feels bold enough to fix his mouth and say the idiotic things that he said, right? Yeah, he didn't face Mike. He did experience Kobe. What he said, I know Kobe's about to pull up on this dude in his dreams. Facts. Like, Lemon Pepper, are you really so infatuated? Are you so in love with LeBron that you would disrespect a black Mamba like that? What are you trying to be Clutch, president of Clutch? You trying to get in bed with LeBron? You want a job? Like, wait, what? And didn't you come up under AI? Wow. You just brush off the fact that LeBron showed his ass to the fans, to the league, and to his colleagues. And then you put Mike and Kobe in the same sentence as that guy? Are you serious? Like, that's unreal. And you supposed to be a baller. See, this is that Krispy Kreme, cotton candy ass mentality, the nerve of these dudes, man. But hold on. Maybe I'm overreacting, y'all, and I apologize. So what we're gonna do, I want you to hear exactly what Lemon Pepper Lou had to say. And when we come back, I'm gonna break down why his take is complete bullshit. I'm gonna prove it to you. Listen, drop your thoughts in the comment while you at it. Run the clip, man.
Like, why don't I know more about Evan Mobley today than I did Thursday before All-Star Weekend? Like, we should have been putting them on the pedestal. We should have been talking about them more. I know nothing new about Sengun. I know nothing new about his game. I didn't get to see him hoop. I know nothing new about this guy. And this dude's an NBA All-Star. Like, give him his flowers. He's the reason that we're there. He's the reason that we're watching. He's the reason that we're talking about it. And we gave them no attention or love.
Yeah, and another thing, like, I'll say something that you guys may not agree with. I have zero criticisms for LeBron James sitting this thing out. Now, could he done this earlier and allowed somebody else to have their spot? Sure. But if I'm a 21-year veteran and I'm LeBron James and I get there and I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to play against the rising stars. Like, that's not what I'm about to do. In some arena, Chandler, whether you, me, whoever, we're LeBron James in our communities, right? Like, so if I'm in Atlanta and I'm playing in the Pro-Am in the summer and they're telling me that they put together a all high school team to play against me, I'm not playing again. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing it.
Hold on, but the timing.
The timing is one thing, but again, if there's a legitimate thing where they're saying the ankle, this and that, I don't know. I'm not gonna fight that part. But What I'm saying is, if I get there, I'm just not gonna do it. Timing, I can agree with you, Beto. I can go with that.
Then why get there? Then just because you want to have it on the resume, just tell them you're hurt and don't go and let someone else get up there.
Well, no, cause that'll be a whole nother conversation if he don't go. If he don't go at all, we're gonna say, well, why wasn't he there? Like Luka wasn't there, but nobody's talking about Luka. The difference between Luka and LeBron James is it's LeBron James. So no matter whether he goes, whether he doesn't go, there's gonna be something to say. He has a different standard than everybody else, and it's earned. But again, if we're talking about the basketball part of it, I'm not playing against these young guys. I deserve more than that. I deserve more than to have that. And now is that a selfish? Is that kind of a selfish only way to think about it? Sure. But if I'm LeBron James, like drop Kobe Bryant in his position, drop Michael Jordan.
But he knew the format. But he knew the format before yesterday.
Drop Michael Jordan in this position, drop Kobe Bryant, and can you imagine Michael Jordan being on the floor with them guys? He's not going to do it.
No, but I don't think he would go because he's not passive aggressive.
Here's the problem I have, and it's with what we're talking about this in particular with LeBron James not wanting to play against rising stars. All these other NBA players have to play against his son because LeBron has kind of put him in that situation.
All right. So you heard it for yourself. And the more I listen to it, the more angrier I get, the more disrespectful his statements seem to me, fam. First, he disrespects the rising stars who made it to the league. And that boy, Stephon Castle, he looks like he's the truth, all right? And I'm young enough to remember a rookie named Allen Iverson, that guy who cooked Jordan with one of the most infamous crossovers in NBA history, still being highlighted 30 years later. So yeah, Lou, you disrespected the rookies. Second, you're talking out of both sides of your gums, fam. Is it kind of selfish? Well, you could say blah, 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 blah. Really? You have 0 regard for the fans with that statement, man. It's pure contradiction. You're okay with how LeBron pulled up and pulled out of the game. In my last video, I showed you guys the injury report from February 1st, right? And then he's been on the injury report, on and off the injury report all year. So he had ample time to pull out. Yeah, people would have grumbled, but he did this deliberately. And you co-sign his behavior? How smart are you? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? And let me remind you, Lou, Lemon Pepper, those fans that you're dismissing, they're the reason you could afford to take care of your multiple wives or whatever the hell you got going on. All right? You're able to take care of them and live the lifestyle you live on the backs of fans. Maybe you've forgotten because of your entitled mentality. Maybe you're just another one who doesn't give a rat's ass about the fans, but pretends to. Miss me, man. And what about the player who could have taken that all-star spot that LeBron selfishly sabotaged? I guess he doesn't matter either, right? But even more egregious than all of that is your comparison of LeBron James to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. We have to stop this foolishness, all right? And this is where you should be banned from speaking, right? Let me ask you something. And this is just for everybody. What separates Jordan and Kobe from the other greats? When you hear these stories about Jordan and Kobe, what do you hear? You hear about killer instinct, Mamba mentality, never say die, I'll challenge anybody in the game of basketball. Yes? Jordan used to make up fake beef in his head. Used to make up fake beef in his head just to destroy his opponents. Kobe had a hit list of players he wanted to dominate and would check them off. Do you understand what you're talking about? These were men who thrived on competition like lions who lived for the thrill of the freaking hunt, man. You don't think Jordan and Kobe would lick their lips at the chance to cook the rising stars on the biggest stage? First, what better way to prove you still a top dog than in front of the entire NBA world? Mike and Kobe would beat the snot out of those young dudes, man. Just because. And more importantly, they'll do it to plant seeds of doubt in their minds for the future. That's how these dudes operated. Let me tell you something about Jordan, Lemon Pepper Lou. This man didn't just compete. He lived for it, man. He didn't care if it was the NBA Finals, a preseason game, a pickup game, or even a high school kid who thought he was about that life. And if you think I'm exaggerating, let me remind you of what happened to one guy named OJ Mayo, the #1 high school player in the country at the time. And he stepped into Jordan's camp. Jordan didn't just teach him a lesson. He embarrassed him. Roller Clint.
My camp against OJ Mayo. He was a top high school kid coming out. And I never met him first time. In front of my camp, he starts this thing about, you can't guard me, you can't do this. You know, I got my campus here, so obviously I can't really go where I want to go because of my camp. So I stop the camp, send the kids to bed. We go back to playing. And he starts his whole thing, you know, that you can't guard me, you can't do this. So from this point on, it's a lesson. And from that point on, it was a lesson. He never won a game. I posted him up. I did everything. If I can ever show you that film, if you can ever ask him that, ask him about the thing that happened at my camp.
I got a few buckets, and I think the campers knew I was the only high school kid, and so they got rowdy a little bit, and we got a little bit of John, and so you know, we played 2 games. I think we split 1-on-1. It was a team game, and then he said, "Okay, now let me handle my business." He was jawing a little bit and really getting into me defensively, and you know, he's backing me down. You know, said, "Better scream for mama." You know, his mama, mama. You know, hit the famous fadeaway on me. And, you know, Mike was Mike.
Finally, I said, "Look, dude, you may be the best high school player.
You know, but I'm the greatest ever. And don't you ever disrespect, you know, the great like that."
Jordan did that to a high school kid. Lemon Pepper Lou, you sound ridiculous, fam. And you're seriously trying to tell me Jordan and Kobe wouldn't compete for the fans? Put on a show for the league, for the fans? Right? The very league that turned them into icons? Is LeBron above the game itself in your eyes, bro? Fanboy, get off your knees, man. I saw Stephen Durant out there, dapping everybody up. No problem. You see? And this is why the league is going to shit. The lack of competitive spirit. These dudes don't care, man. Not all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put that on everybody, but it starts at the top, man. And this is disgusting. This is disgusting, dishonorable thinking from Lemon Pepper Lou. And I gotta downgrade you from the respect, on the respect ladder too. I mean, that's my perspective, y'all. Get in the comments, fam. Tell me, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Are you are you as a fan, as a lover of basketball, are you in support of Lou Williams and his view of LeBron? Talk back to me, man. Listen, thanks for tapping in. On your way out, if you enjoyed the video, tap the like button. Let us know you was in the building. And if you want to be first to get this smoke, go ahead and subscribe. Until the next video, I love you all. Stay safe, stay competitive, and God bless.